I call Chris Hipkins, 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I'm very happy to take a call on this bill. It says much about the current government's priorities when it comes to problem gambling that this bill has been sitting on the order paper or slowly making its way through the House for 8 years. Introduced by the last Labor government, not the slightest priority for the current national government, and actually they only pay lip service to reducing problem gambling, because when an opportunity comes to increase problem gambling so that they can get a convention centre in Auckland, they don't hesitate to take that up with their dodgy deal with Sky City. And I was particularly interested on page 12, part 2, where the bill talks about what an increase in casino gambling actually is. And it gives clear responsibility for making those decisions, to the Gambling Commission. Why does it do that? Because it believes that those decisions should be made independent of political considerations. That decisions around increasing casino-related gambling should be made independent of government. What they don't put in this bill is the little rider that says, except when it comes to a deal with Sky City.
Order.
Because this...
Order. This is not about casinos, this is about...
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
No, look, we've followed this one through. I asked the member to come back. It's not about deals about Sky City and convention centres. It's about Class 3 licences, and if you're referring to page 12 there, that refers to the Gambling Commission. And I asked the member to come back on those specific points. Chris Hipkins.
I'll read the clause, Mr Chair. The clause that I'm referring to says, decisions on what constitutes an increase in the opportunities for casino gambling are a function of the Gambling Commission, not a function for government. So if the government decided to increase casino gambling in order to get a free convention centre, which is what the government promised...
We're not, I'll warn the member, we're not talking about anything to do with casinos and convention centres. The member comes back specifically to about problem gambling and about the Gambling Commission. Those are the points that I want the member to concentrate on. Chris Hipkins.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, the Gambling Commission is tasked with reducing problem gambling. One of the ways they do that is they are given the authority for determining what constitutes an increase in casino gambling. The Sky City Convention Centre deal increases the opportunity for casino gambling.
But if the member mentions that again, I will terminate his speech. Come back to the content of the debate.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Mr Speaker. You're absolutely wrong. That is an abuse of your position as the Speaker.
The member will stand and apologise for those comments?
No.
Well, the member, if you don't apologise for those, I'll ask the member to leave.
I'll leave.
I call Mark Mitchell.
To take a call on the Gambling